Hi, Sarah.
Hey, yes, we're
Yes,
back again.
I know.
Hey,
Lovely.
absolutely. Hi, Pam. Hi, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining in. For those who tuned in last week, I apologize. We had really bad internet, Wi-Fi technical issues, so we had to reschedule. But glad to say we are back, and I'd love to. First of all, my name is Dr. Saira Qureshi. I am CEO and President of Totally Transforming You, also founder and president and founder of Action Against Bullying. Coming today, doing a series of talks about the narcissist. Why I want to particularly go into it. Well, as a life coach, health and life coach, I specialize in domestic violence and bullying, particularly non-bullying as well, non-physical. And well, across my research and work, I have to say that the topic of the narcissist and the character and the profile of narcissist tends to come up a lot. So it's for those who have not come across the narcissist, you are in for a treat. This is a very particular kind of personality disorder, and Rena is also, I would have to say, very, very well versed in this area. So without further ado, I'd like to take you over to Toronto. Thank you, Rena. She is the president and founder of Raver, which is Raise Your Voice Against Online Harassment. Hi, Rena. Hi, Rena.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for the lovely
You're welcome.
introduction.
Hmm.
And just want to elaborate a little bit more about my background. So, like Sarah said, I am the founder director of Raise Your Voice Against Online Harassment. It's an initiative that has been helping victims of online harassment for past 3 years. And I also have a background in public policy, online harassment. This particular kind of perpetrator profile kept popping up again and again. And initially, I was reading this as, some kind of a predator-prey kind of connection, somebody's trying to lure a vulnerable victim into their trap and then trying to extract all kinds of, emotional reactions and all the energy, sometimes exploiting them for financial or even sexual gains. So, by and by reading about it, we landed on this whole area of personality disorders. And it seems that's a totally different animal from what you and I or a normal human being will look like. And sometimes
Absolutely.
it's very, very hard for people to understand, relate to it. And specifically when a victim is trying to seek support, most of the family and support systems would just not comprehend like what they are talking about, right? They just actually come across as crazy. And that's why me and Sarah have been talking about how important it is for more awareness to be there out there, just to make people understand, how to deal with these people and how to not fall for them in the first place. But in case you do find yourself trapped, at least you know what you have gotten into, because for most victims, education is the first step to getting out of these kind of relationships. So before we start to elaborate on all this, I just want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. As I said, this is a very particular kind of mental illness, and it requires a diagnosis by a trained professional, and even like they take several sittings to make that diagnosis. So by no means this is for any of, like for diagnostic purposes. Don't take our talk that way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's only for raising awareness, just in case you feel awkward in any of your relationships. It could be in your family, your friends, your work relationships, your intimate relationships. These people are everywhere. So if you see any of these signs that we are going to talk about today, do approach a professional and, get the right kind of,
Hello, you there?
support. Yeah. We can, start to detail out this discussion a little bit. Sarah, you want to, pick it up from here?
I actually want to go into a little bit about what the profiles of the narcissistic personality disorder. But can you just explain in a brief nutshell what a healthy relationship looks like, Rena?
Absolutely. So I think that's a very good question, Sarah, just for us to compare what a
Hmm.
narcissistic relationship would look like vis-a-vis a healthy relationship. So
Hmm.
in a healthy relationship, the way I look at it is, it's sort of uh, a balanced relationship marked by mutual trust and respect and, love and care and nurture all around. You feel safe, you feel okay to be vulnerable. You protect each other, you help each other grow in, all kinds of ways. the relationship is never like static. There are ebbs and flows. You know, there are good days and there could
Yes.
be not so good days. There are arguments, there are disagreements, but there are healthy ways of tackling those. And I mean, that's where the narcissistic relationship is actually quite the opposite. It's like all or
Mm-hmm.
nothing. One some days would be like just out of the fairy tale, and then the other days would be just out of hell. And the victim specifically would just feel confused where they
Mm-hmm.
stand, which side is up. I think that's for me is the biggest red flag when you don't know, you know, whether you are in the right kind of relationship and you're confused, or this person is so loving and caring in some days and so cruel on another day. So
Mm-hmm.
what's going on there? I think that's where, you know, I feel that that's how I look at these two separately, and I would let you elaborate the toxic relationship further.
Well, thank you so much, Rena. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate it.